All right, so midway through the baseball workout drill, whatever you would call this thing that I'm doing, I kind of got this this inspiration to talk about why I'm doing this. So I don't play baseball. Members of my family have played baseball. Also, Miss Ness, hi baby. So members of my family have played baseball. I've always been obviously observing it. I've always liked it. I like the concept of it, like the rules, like the game. Now, what actually got me into it was honestly sheer passion, sheer just want. And the process of this, the journey of investing myself in baseball, especially after I haven't done it since I was a child. I haven't been a part of it in that stereotypical way, like you start as a kid and then you work your way up. No, it's been a mental journey, it's been an emotional journey to sideline those belief systems, those stereotypes. It's been an emotional journey of validating myself, but that's not what I'm here to talk about right now. I'm actually here to talk about what I'm learning, what my brain is noticing when it comes to mind-body connection, and also call it a little bit of telekinesis, if that's the right word for it. I'm not sure. I'm mostly just fascinated with how our bodies merge with space and interact with the space around us in physics. So I'm gonna keep this short and keep it simple right now. I've noticed when my heel, so we're talking boom boom, these angles, hold on, like this. When you hit that, I've noticed that for whatever reason, it sends this electrical shockwave through the body that clarifies the brain, and almost every single thing you do, unless that electrical current is interrupted, it is streamlined. It is perfect form. Say you have the intention to get to ball at a certain place, right? When I step from heel toe, right? Or even if I don't step heel toe, if I do toe heel, especially if I'm running to get the ball, right? Scoop the ball. As long as I'm focused on my heel, I hit the marks every time. I get to the ball, and it's like my thoughts, my pattern recognition, and then by pattern recognition I mean you know how your brain I don't know honestly if people have noticed this about themselves, but when we're about to do a movement, our brain thinks 10 steps ahead, and so that process of thinking 10 steps ahead is streamlined, and you're able to shoot into the movements. I literally am thinking of a JJK character, Jujutsu Kaisen character. I forget the name of the character now, but the technique that they used, if you know that show, it's a hologram would show up in front of them and would give them almost in this show super speed. But that's what I'm envisioning, a hologram of every movement that you do right after your wherever you're standing. It's you're able to hit those marks every single time in perfect succession. I think I'm explaining this right. How it feels, how it looks at least, is perfect performance, hitting a dot every single time, like darts, hitting that spot every single time. There are some caveats, like I said, when it in my perspective, internal perspective, it feels like that electrical current gets cut off, and then it's if you're trying to hit a straight shot ball, a very straight line, right? The ball ends up going like this. You know what I mean? So there is that. And I'm not quite sure what is going to sync those electrical currents up, how to stop a break in that. I honestly kind of feel it has to do with the mind and like emotional components. Like, let's say you have the mind body connection down, you're able to trigger that cohesive like movement with the heel or whatever. Like, I'm sure it's different for everybody too. If mine is my heel, it could be different. It could be a different body part that you need to focus on in order to create that sync. But I'm wondering, like, if in your subconscious you're like thinking about like some other thing, like, oh, I have to go get groceries, and that cuts it off. Like, that's what I mean by emotional, mental, like it disrupts the flow. I've also experienced, like, as far as like the journey of cleaning my brain for athletic purposes. That is the way it's coming out right now. And I've noticed that lock-in state, that flow state that you need to get into, it's real. It's real and exists, and it helps a lot. I used to think that you had to visualize your movements. I've actually noticed that you have to clear your mind. And I've been using this in other sports I'm doing, like ice skating and swimming, free diving and stuff like that. So especially with free diving, like, I knew this about free diving. Actually, I think that also, if people don't know what free diving is, it basically is like you no snorkel, no scuba tank, and you just go really, really, really deep into the water, and you hold your breath for a long time, and you experience it's a mind game. It's a definite mind body game. But in order to actually succeed and not freak out, it's all about like getting into a meditative state and like clearing the mind. And with baseball in particular, because it's so physics based, and I mean ice skating is too, but baseball is a little bit, to me baseball is a little bit different, because you're working with things outside of you, right? You're working with spatial physics, not internal or just physics, like just your physique physics, which is what I feel ice skating is. But it's the same. And that is what leads me to like this telekinesis, or whatever you would call it, type of thing. Like, I'm looking for words to describe this. It's external spatial physics merging with internal spatial and internal physics, or sovereign physics, external and sovereign. Is that what telekinesis at its foundation is? I'm thinking like when you like move things with your mind. That's what I'm thinking of when I say telekinesis. But I don't know about that. But I'm noticing how like everything, the way we cognitively function, does something to the ball. It does something to our performance. I'm one of those people who, when it comes to these type of superpower type things, I don't necessarily think that it all comes from the mind. I'm more of like I'm a very physical person, so like I feel like full body movement would actually like do the thing, like actually create the superpower. So I'm like almost wondering, like, I'm getting like a lot of downloads. Didn't intend for this to be like a channeling type of message, but I'm almost thinking like, oh my god, it's not coming out. I'm just getting downloads and downloads and downloads. Like, I might have to cut the video here and then like let it digest and like post whatever ends up being posted, or whatever the hell what comes out of my mouth and the downloads. Anyway, telekinesis. So that's what I've been noticing, and I'm wondering if full body movement has to do with telekinesis. And I'm sure that's probably going to be another video. That's probably why I was getting like a blank mind blank about it. Anyway, so that's it. That's all I want to share. And thanks for listening. And I'm sure I'll have more to talk about. So tune in. And yeah, cheers.